Loneliness. We are all social creatures. From the beginning of time, humans have been communicating and working together, as it is necessary for our survival. French philosopher Maurice Holbach once believed that we are not so much individuals, but collections of all the social groups to which we belong. We cannot stand being alone, and the thought of being alone often scares us. Consider this photograph of John F. Kennedy alone in the Oval Office, captured by George Thames on February 10, 1961, that seems to echo this theme of loneliness. It is hard to associate a public figure like John F. Kennedy with loneliness. At the time that this photograph was taken, JFK was not only the President of the United States, but he was a huge pop culture figure. Coming from a prominent Massachusetts family, he was constantly in the spotlight in America, and as president, his marriage with Jackie Kennedy was frequently discussed, as many Americans aspired to be like them. In this photograph, however, we see the real John F. Kennedy, not the one in the eye of the public. Photographer George Thames was allowed to spend the entire working day with Kennedy when this picture was taken. Kennedy thought that Thames had left, and Thames captured this faceless image. Here we see JFK standing in the Oval Office, only a month after his inauguration, with the president's flag to the right, a reminder of his job as the leader of the country. What looked like documents ready to read lay next to him, as it seems as though he is looking down in desolation, with only his thoughts to keep him company. In an interview later with photographer Thames, however, we see more to this story. Thames recalls how he had observed Kennedy stand in this position, seen in the picture. Kennedy's back had been broken during his time in the military, and as a result, he wore a brace on his back most of his life. He would not be able to sit for long, and he would often have to walk around or carry his weight on his shoulders, like we see here. Kennedy would also often read documents in this position too. To people not knowing this information, it looks as if his shoulders are shrugged, and the image reflects the themes of loneliness and sadness. But to Thames, and those who know this information, the picture holds a different meaning. This famous image went on to be called the loneliest job in the New York Times. Although most viewers do not know the whole truth behind the picture, the image is seen as one that displays an emotion of isolation. Whatever the truth behind the actual picture is, the photograph will always have this kind of effect. The feeling of the photograph actually fits with the idea of being President of the United States and what that entails. Because the truth is that as the leader of America, Kennedy would always be alone, and that he would have to make the important decisions at the end of the day and live with them. As it turned out, JFK's presidency had many of these hard decisions and crises, one of which, the Cuban Missile Crisis, could have sparked nuclear warfare. In the end, maybe he did indeed have the loneliest job.